The invisible highways of the internet. Unpacking Nigeria's leased line infrastructure. Have you ever streamed your favorite Netflix series, joined a Zoom call with zero lag, or made a bank transfer in seconds without thinking about what makes it all possible? Behind those seamless experiences lies a web of high-capacity, invisible highways we rarely see, yet they carry the lifeblood of our digital economy: data. Welcome to the Christian Omeni Tech Channel, your trusted hub for cutting-edge tech insights, smart solutions, and future-forward innovation. If you're passionate about technology and want to stay ahead of the curve, you're in the right place. Subscribe now and join a growing community of thinkers, builders, and tech enthusiasts. Fresh content drops regularly. Don't miss out. One of the most critical components of these highways is leased lines. What exactly is a leased line? Imagine you run a successful e-commerce company in Lagos. You need to ensure your payment processing system talks to your headquarters in Abuja 24/7 with zero interruptions, because every minute of downtime means lost sales and angry customers. You could rely on regular internet, but that's like sharing a public road during rush hour. Sometimes it's smooth, other times it's bumper-to-bumper traffic. A leased line, on the other hand, is like building your own private expressway, dedicated, uncontended, and designed to carry your traffic only. It's a permanent, point-to-point fiber optic link between two locations, leased from a telecom operator. Breaking down the Nigerian leased lines landscape. Here are some examples of major leased lines currently in operation across Nigeria from the list you provided. 7.5 GMTN, Ikeja, Abuja, a high-capacity link connecting Lagos to the nation's capital, supporting enterprise, financial, and governmental communication. 12.5 GGLO, Saka, Abuja, Globacom's dedicated backbone, serving northern expansion and federal data centers. 7 GGLO, Saka, PHC, critical for oil and gas companies in Port Harcourt relying on Lagos-based data centers. 10G Airtel, Kano, Saka, connecting northern commercial hubs to the south. 50G, Lekki, Ikeja Metro, a metro fiber ring ensuring high-speed interconnectivity within Lagos, vital for fintech clusters in Ikeja Computer Village. 200G, Saka, Bode Thomas Metro, massive backbone capacity for dense urban centers, ideal for streaming, cloud services, and data exchange. Each of these capacities, 5G, 7G, 20G, 200G, etc., represents the data throughput capability in gigabits per second, Gbps. To put that into perspective, 1 gigabit per second can stream about 200 HD Netflix videos simultaneously. Now imagine 200 gigabits per second. This is the level of capacity driving modern smart cities, banking transactions, and e-government. Why leased lines matter? Real-world scenarios. 1. Fintechs like Flutterwave and Paystack, they process millions of transactions per day. A 1-minute downtime could lead to millions in losses. Leased lines provide guaranteed uptime through service-level agreements, SLAs. 2. Oil and gas corporations, Shell, Chevron, Total. Offshore drilling sites in Port Harcourt need real-time monitoring from HQ in Lagos. With a leased line, seismic data is transmitted without delay, avoiding accidents or costly errors. 3. Universities and research centers. The University of Abuja, collaborating with University of Lagos on genomic research, can exchange massive datasets, terabytes, over a 10G link in hours, not days. 4. Government agencies, CBN, NCC, NITDA, regulatory data, tax systems, and national identification programs depend on secure, dedicated lines to synchronize servers across states. The technology behind leased lines. Leased lines today run primarily on fiber optic cables, which use light to transmit data. Technologies include DWDM, dense wavelength division multiplexing. Imagine a single fiber carrying dozens of colors, wavelengths, of light, each one carrying 10 to 400 gigabits per second. That's how you get a 200G Saka, Bode Thomas link on just a pair of fibers. SONET/SDH and OEN, optical transport network, these ensure error-free, synchronized transmission over long distances. Compare this with microwave radio or VSAT, satellite links. Those are useful for remote areas but offer lower capacity, higher latency, and less reliability. Metro versus long-haul links. What's the difference? Metro links, short distance, high-capacity fibers connecting locations within a city, e.g., Lekki, Ikeja, Saka, Bode Thomas. Think of them as city expressways, fast, dense, and built for heavy traffic. Long-haul links, nationwide or intercity connections, e.g., Ikeja, Abuja, Kano, Saka. These are the federal highways, built to stretch hundreds of kilometers, often laid along roads or power lines. Advantages of leased lines. 1. Dedicated bandwidth. No sharing with the public. Your capacity is your capacity. 2. High reliability and SLAs. 99.9% uptime guaranteed. 3. Symmetric speeds. Upload equals download, unlike consumer broadband. 4. Scalability. From 1 gigabit per second to 400 gigabits per second with just a card upgrade. 5. Security. Data is less prone to interception compared to public internet. Limitations to consider. 1. High cost. Leasing a 10G link between Lagos and Abuja isn't cheap. Prices can run into tens of millions of naira annually. 2. Deployment time. Building new fiber routes can take months. Permits, trenching, civil works. 3. Single point of failure. Without redundancy, dual routes. A fiber cut can bring down entire services. Remember the famous West African cable cuts of 2024 that disrupted banking and streaming? Case study: how leased lines power Nigeria's digital economy. Let's consider Main1's 9G Epsilon link. Epsilon is a data hub interconnecting ISPs, banks, and cloud providers. By having a dedicated 9 gigabits per second link, Main1 ensures low latency connections to major clients, from the bank's data center to Microsoft's Azure Edge in Lagos. Another case is the Lekki, Saka, Ikeja metro lines, 20G and 50G. These metro rings keep Lagos tech hubs alive. Startups in Yaba, banks in Victoria Island, and telecom NOCs in Ikeja all rely on these invisible arteries. How does this impact the average Nigerian? Lower banking downtime. When you transfer money at 2 a.m. and it goes through instantly, think a leased line. Faster Netflix and YouTube. Content delivery networks, CDNs, like Netflix's Open Connect and Google Global Cache use these leased lines to push content closer to you. More reliable e-learning and telemedicine. Universities and hospitals connect over dedicated lines to provide seamless remote services. The future, where are we headed? With the rise of 5G, cloud computing, AI, and IoT, demand for leased lines will only explode. Imagine a future where self-driving cars in Lagos talk to control centers via 400G metro rings. Remote robotic surgeries in Abuja are controlled from Germany without latency. Every SME in Nigeria can afford a 1G dedicated line thanks to cheaper dark fiber leasing. Companies like MTN Nigeria, Glo, Airtel, Main1, and Google's Equiano cable are already expanding these capacities. Conclusion: the silent backbone that deserves attention. I hope this video has been informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content.